Step one, get yourself some coffee. We got a lot of work to do.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Arguello. Welcome to Crystal's Copia, where we live a life of abundance. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. This is part 2 of my declutter series, where we go through different areas of the house that just aren't functioning the way that we'd like them to. It's causing us to slow down in our day. It's causing stress and friction. So today we're gonna tackle my home office. So if you have a home office and you're looking for ideas on how to organize it, to streamline, and to make it look nicer, let's be honest, aesthetically pleasing is always great as well. With all that being said, let's get into the video. Okay guys, my first tip when you're decluttering any area of your house, especially the home office, is you want to look around and evaluate what isn't working in the space. Let's take a look at my crazy, messy home office. This is real life, people. Here we go. Okay guys, welcome to my home office. Now my office is lofted above my kitchen. You can see my kitchen is down there. And so it's kind of a weird shape. It's very long and just kind of like rectangular, but look at this craziness. I wanted to show you before because it's just gotten to be out of hand. One thing that you'll notice in my home office is it has become a catch-all for things that don't belong, as well as I'm running multiple businesses in this office, and some of those businesses are getting mixed up and confused with different items all in the same space. Wanted to mention something about these shelves. When we moved into the house, we remodeled and we painted everything. So someone came through with a sprayer and they sprayed the ceiling and then they sprayed the walls. This was all like an oak color before we moved in. When they did that, the paint that they used was really porous and it just was really hard to clean and looked dingy. So I did buy a small quart of gloss paint and I repainted these shelves just to make it easier for myself to wipe them down. If you're wondering why I have this random thing, this is my great-grandma's sewing kit and I just love it. It has old photos in it. And then another thing I did was I added these poles above. You can see these little curtain poles. When we moved in, these had doors that were attached. They were also an oak door and I didn't want to keep those. So I added these curtains. These curtains are from Dollar General and they're $5 for a panel. So I spent about $20 on curtains and they're just so like light and airy. You can quickly move them out, but obviously when I'm working, I can just close them. Again, it just kind of hides a little bit of what's in there. I think it gives it a little softness. Okay, my second step in organizing the home office is the purge and the sort phase. Now, this is important whenever you're organizing. Usually houses that are neat and orderly, they are on a regular basis eliminating the extra items. They're not collecting as much stuff because when we have a collection of stuff that we're not using, it makes the area harder to clean. It's harder to find stuff. It's taking up prime real estate in the space. And so it's really important to first purge items that you don't want. I also have sorting along with this purge because whenever I'm cleaning a space, there's always this basket or group of items. I use a basket to kind of corral them of items that just don't belong there and somehow they got into the space. And so all that stuff needs to be rehomed or relocated to its regular spot. Put it away where it actually goes. Okay guys, do not be discouraged because every time I organize, it always looks worse before it looks better. We are making progress over here. One thing I love to do, and this is along lines with KonMari method, she has you organize in category. And as you can see, I put these little signs around the room so I can keep things in categories. The reason I like to do this, when you organize by category, instead of just moving things around as you go, you can see actually how many items of each thing you have. And so then you can look at your space and see what's the best place to place those items so that they're accessible and so they stay together. This is also a great time for you to find things that maybe you had lost or that you once loved and you maybe want to use again. And it's also a good time to see, oh my gosh, I have so many of one thing, I never need to buy that again. Okay, my third step in cleaning and organizing, it really any space, but especially this home office, is I'm now in the cleaning phase. So taking the time, I figured out what's not working, I purged and sorted what I needed to, and now I can clean the surfaces before I put everything back. Because since you're already kind of messing up the space anyway and you're going through each item, this is a great opportunity for you to dust, vacuum, clean out, and wipe down any shelves or countertops that have collected dust and things like that. I think of it as blessing the space. You know, I am taking the time to take care of this area. I am blessing my space. And so it's going to be high functioning for me and it's going to eliminate stress. And it's just a nice fresh, clean environment. Time for step 4, and that's to put everything away. Now that you've organized everything into categories, you can really see what you have. And now that everything's off of the surfaces and off of the shelf and you have things in piles, you can see how much surface area that stuff takes. This is a great way when you're trying to decide what's what's gonna go on the shelves, what's gonna go on the desk, things that I access every day on a regular basis. Obviously, I want those in arm's length. I want those in my desk drawers and on my desktop, but things like craft items or other miscellaneous things, those can go up in the closet shelves. I don't need to have those things on hand. So by evaluating the piles that I've made, I can just decide what's gonna go where, and I can put everything away. One thing I wanted to add to this video before I get to my fifth and final step is I wanna show you guys some of my favorite things that I've added to this space that has just been a game changer for me. So the first thing that I'm loving right now is I took almost everything off of my desk except for the essentials. So I have my 2 laptops, which I do use both of them. Some of my favorite pens over here in the corner. And then here is what, I have an in process folder, which is things that I'm working on. And then the rest is my morning routine. So devotional, journal, gratitude journal, and then the book I'm reading right now. And then I have some real estate books at the top that I use daily. It's very streamlined and it's a visual cue for me to do those morning routines, which I love. I also have a happy light there if you guys have ever heard of those. They're great for like seasonal depression and also to wake up naturally. Having all that off my desk has been so nice. And then I moved my stand-up desk to here with the little anti-fatigue mat. So instead of having it tucked under and in the way, I can just simply get up, go to the side, move my computer there, and work. I got this off Amazon. It's awesome. You just pull the lever, and it's a hydraulic type system, and it pops up and you can stand. It's pretty awesome. The thing I did at my desk is I reevaluated the desk drawers. Since this is prime real estate, I only put in the drawers things that I'm grabbing on a daily basis. I also added a small basket under my desk for recycling and then a power strip so I can run everything at the same time, which is silly. I didn't have one before, but it's very, very helpful. Another thing that I'm loving right now is what I've done to the bookshelves. I added this Ikea organizer, which I already had, but I added labels to it so I can print out documents that I'm constantly grabbing. Again, I don't need to leave my chair. I can just spin around and grab it. And then extra office supplies I'm not using are over here as well, not taking up space in the desk drawer. And then this is going to be where I file things. So I'm just going to throw things in there, and then at the end of the day, I'll go ahead and throw them in the file cabinet. The next thing about the office remodel that I'm loving, and one of the things I mentioned that wasn't working, is that I'm a real estate agent and I'm doing YouTube and I have 4 kids. So I have a lot of stuff in this office. And so what I did is I created zones inside the office so that I can corral the things that I need, and also some of the storage things. Down here you see I have a bin for my real estate stuff. Over here is some filming things, but they all stay together, and these lids lift off very easily. So I can quick add things, which I love. And then I am using this closet for some storage. These are just Dollar Tree labels with a Sharpie marker. It doesn't have to be complicated. It can be super easy. Same thing here. I just used some Dollar Tree ribbon. I stuck 2 labels together so it would stick to the ribbon and just tied it on. These also have lift up lids. These are from Walmart. They were $6, super sturdy. I'll leave them linked down below. This is holding photo albums. What this is a thing that holds cookie sheets and pans, and I'm just using it to keep them straight up. I'm not sure if I'll keep that, but it's working great for now. As you can see, more of these labels I've added. The awesome thing about labels is it allows you to throw things in the bin and keep organized, and also other people to access stuff. So if I have to send kids or Ryan up to grab something, they can simply read the labels that are on there and they'll know where things are. For example, right here, we have address labels, shipping labels, and extra paper right under the printer, right where we need it. So it's streamlined, it's easy, and anyone can find stuff. Okay, this corner of my office is kind of unique because it's where we have our infrared sauna. I also have a little TV, DVD that I'll use to do some yoga stuff, and this like open area where I do that. Underneath I have a basket with those materials, and I added this box fan, which is not attractive at all, but I can't tell you how much it's improved the quality of my life having that up here, because since this is a lofted area, it gets hot. I wanted to touch on that because, for example, that big fan, even though it's not aesthetically pleasing, it's not awful, but it's more important that the space functions, is working well for you and in your life. So that's the #1 priority when you're organizing and streamlining. The point is to create an environment that is going to alleviate any stress or friction when it comes to what you're using that space for. As long as it's working for you, that's the most important thing. Don't overcomplicate it, and don't be afraid to get rid of stuff, because the less inventory you have, the less you have to manage. Okay, my 5th and final tip is to reevaluate the space. Now, you don't want to do this right away. After you've done the organizing and you put everything away and you're enjoying your new environment, you want to wait a couple weeks and see how the space is actually functioning, because this is when you're going to figure out if something is working or not. Taking the time to reevaluate and see how things are going will allow you to have some flexibility and maybe make minor changes that you need. That's going to be the difference in keeping that space orderly for the long haul, so that you're not having to do something like this on a regular basis. You can maintain it, you can see how it's functioning, and know that where you place things is where they need to be. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you stay with us on this declutter journey. We have a couple more areas to go. It's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.